roaring engine of my commercial mower, which instantly shattered the quiet tension of the morning as I pushed straight into the towering wall of green. I navigated the heavy machine carefully across the dense, matted lawn, meticulously carving out clean, beautiful borders and reclaiming the concrete driveway that had been completely buried under thick dirt, rotting vegetation, and wild thorns for years, without any professional maintenance. The punishing heat was absolutely draining under the bright, unforgiving sky, and sweat was pouring down my face beneath my hat, but the pure, focused adrenaline of restoring this woman's freedom and breaking the suffocating cycle of fear that had dominated her life for months kept me pushing forward through the blinding dust and flying debris. I spent hours in the grueling sun, wrestling with heavy debris and using my string trimmer to slice away the stubborn, allergy-triggering vines that had climbed up the exterior walls and were clogging the home's ventilation systems, ensuring that her living space would finally be clear of the hazardous allergens that had been keeping her trapped inside. It was backbreaking, exhausting labor as I hauled away mountains of organic waste, making sure not to leave a single dangerous obstruction behind until the entire property was fully exposed, wide open and perfectly level, to finish the job to absolute perfection. I strapped on my high-powered leaf blower and swept through the entire property, blasting away every last stray leaf, clump of dirt, and grass, clipping from her foundation, her porch, and her front walkway until the estate finally looked pristine, safe, and beautiful once again. When Mrs. Miller walked out to the driveway the following afternoon and saw the clear, open, and healthy space where the dangerous, breathing-inhibiting jungle used to be, she stood there in total shock, tears of sheer, unadulterated relief streaming down her cheeks as she told me that the crushing weight of the entire world had finally been lifted from her shoulders. She shared that for the first time in nearly a year, she felt she could finally walk outside and inhale the fresh summer air without the paralyzing dread of a medical emergency looming over her every breath, a gift that she insisted would change the course of her recovery. This emotional struggle serves as a powerful, unavoidable reminder that when we commit to showing up for the most vulnerable members of our local community, we are doing far more than just landscaping. We are actively fighting to preserve the health, dignity, and survival of people who have been pushed to the very margins of society by circumstances completely beyond their control. It leads me to ask you a very difficult and provocative question that requires your immediate, honest feedback. In a world where our elderly neighbors are often just one single medical emergency or one aggressive homeowner association fine away from losing their dignity in their homes, do you believe that we have a collective, non-negotiable moral obligation to step up and act as the primary safety net for those who can no longer fend for themselves? Or is it time for city governments to implement mandatory, free emergency maintenance programs to ensure that no senior citizen is ever forced to live in a life-threatening, unsafe, or degrading environment ever again? Please let me know your unfiltered perspective and write your detailed, honest opinions in the comments section below. And if you truly believe in the importance of protecting the seniors who are fighting to maintain their dignity, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video across your social media because you're incredible. Sustained support is the only thing that allows us to stay on the road and continue these vital, life-changing rescue missions, and thank you so much for watching.